So let's talk about vomiting and diarrhea. Unfortunately, very common in younger children and can be somewhat unpleasant for both children and their parents. First and foremost goal is hydration. Does your child have enough fluid on board? So very rarely do you actually have to take your child in to get IV fluids. We're going to talk about ways you can help your child at home and hopefully avoid a doctor or emergency room visit. First of all, what is hydration? That's fluid on board. So how do you know your child has enough fluid? Are they crying tears? Are they wet in diapers or going to the bathroom? For a newborn, first year of life, it should probably be every 2 to 3 hours. If they're older, are they going pee every, let's say, 4 to 6 hours? Do they still want to play? Do they still want to interact with you? Do their eyes look somewhat sunken? Do they have that look like there's just not a lot of fluid there? If you look in the mouth, is it very sticky or do they have a lot of drool and saliva? Those are the things you're looking for, because if they are dehydrated, we've got a higher level of concern. How do you help counter vomiting and diarrhea? It is getting fluid on board. Often we don't worry about food, we worry more about fluid intake. And again, it's small amounts on a regular basis. What can you use? You could use breast milk. You could use formula, though sometimes cow's milk formulas are a little harder to give when your child is vomiting. Sometimes we'll use oral rehydration solutions, and those will give salt and sugar. Now this is work, but it can be very effective. It's called oral rehydration. It's 1 teaspoon, which is about 5 cc's or 5 milliliters, every 5 or 10 minutes. How do you do that? You might use a spoon. You might use a syringe. If the child can drink, you let them drink. But again, small amount, 1 teaspoon every 5 or 10 minutes. It's amazing how effective this can be. And if it works within 30 to 60 minutes, hey, your child's got tears. They're starting to be more interactive. Maybe they want to actually go to the bathroom, so you're doing the right thing. We worry about solid foods down the road as they are feeling better. Now, when do you really get worried about vomiting or diarrhea? Number one, if there's blood in the vomit or diarrhea, that gets our attention. If the child just isn't wanting to interact, they don't want to move their neck, that's a bigger concern. If lights, let's say you're trying to entertain them by taking them outside or maybe by using a screen and they don't want to participate, that is a bigger thing as well. Funky rash, you start to see a weird rash. And then finally, if they say, let's say their stomach hurts and they can use their fingertip and point to one specific spot, especially on the right side, you start to think about appendicitis. So again, you look at the big picture. What else can you do besides oral rehydration to help? For vomiting, there is some thought that ginger might help to reduce vomiting. Are there medicines that we can use to stop vomiting or diarrhea? The answer is yes. There's a very effective one for vomiting that can be prescribed by your physician. Often we'll want to look at the big picture first, but that's something that can be done even after hours through a telemedicine call. When it comes to diarrhea, unfortunately, there's not some great medicines. There are a few that will stop the diarrhea temporarily, and sometimes I'll use those, for example, if somebody has to travel or maybe to get through a school day, but we know we're just putting off the inevitable. Eventually, usually the diarrhea has to work itself out. But again, if there's blood, extreme discomfort, your child seems to be really out of it, that's worth touching base with your pediatrician. Now, one thing diarrhea can do is make the skin really irritated, especially around the bottom area. If this happens, what you can do is simple baths, limit the amount of rubbing, limit the amount of wipes that might have scents or perfumes, and then Vaseline or other petroleum ointments can help out. So again, vomiting and diarrhea is not pleasant for the kid, not pleasant for the family. Wash your hands, try not to share any objects, and we're always available to offer help when it comes to diarrhea, vomiting, and just about any other pediatric or sports medicine issue.